roles of intrinsic and roles of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation in achieving set goals. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is FARZANA AFINDI, and my mention number is SA3072, and I'm going to explain about the introduction of motivation. So motivation is the internal or external drive that initiates, guides, and maintains goal-oriented behaviors. It is force that turns intention into action, acting as the engine for learning, growth, and persistence. So motivation, it initiates action. It also provides persistent direction, and last but not least is fulfill internal and external needs. So basically, motivation is the why behind everything we do. It is the fuel that turns your plans into action and helps you keep going when things get hard. Whether it is for internal satisfaction or external rewards, it is what keeps you growing and moving towards your goals. That's all from me. Next, I will read to the next person.
Okay, hi. My name is NURNAJWA. Metric number S78922. I'll be talking about what is intrinsic. As its definition is, intrinsic means something that is natural, essential, or inherent to a person, object, or thing. It refers to a quality that exists as a basic part of something itself. Intrinsic motivation refers to engaging in an activity because it is personally satisfying or enjoyable. To put it simply, it is a drive to perform an activity for its own sake. It is sometimes people find it is satisfying and enjoyable. As example, cooking or baking, which they will be preparing a complicated meal at home because the creative process and the act of cooking brings you joy. Sometimes people also find doing a chores or housework satisfying, as tidying your places will be making them feel help them to feel relaxed and to feel calm when they see the clean environment. Okay, next I'll be passing to Heidi.
Okay, next one is extrinsic, which is the completely opposite from the previous one. Okay, which is extrinsic means coming completely from outside. Okay, which refers to do something activity to earn an external reward or avoid a punishment. In other words, a person does something just because, not because they enjoy doing the task itself, but they just want to gain something or avoid consequences. Okay, for the example, a person study hard to get straight A's to win a trophy and validation. Okay, we as a student, we know that we study that is not enjoy, right? We don't enjoy to study at all. So we just study to get dean list. So that is example of extrinsic. We just want to get a validation and praise from others. Okay, that's all.
Hello, my name is HANNANI. Metric number S78603. Okay, I'm gonna explain about the roles of intrinsic in achieving goals. Sustains long-term effect, creates deep engagement, enhance creativity and problem solving, resilience, provide lasting satisfaction. So basically, this intrinsic is is about you are doing something because because you enjoy doing it. Okay, so the rules is first, it keeps you going on long term even when things get hard. Because when you love doing things that you do, you just not gonna quit that easily. Just because it becomes difficult. And then the second one is it makes you happy while doing it because you're not just focused on the end result, but you actually enjoy doing it. And then the third one, it helps you to never give up because you love the process. The activity itself feels like a reward to you. Next. And then the rules of intrinsic. Extrinsic is you are doing something just to get a reward or to avoid punishment. Okay, the rules is first, it helps you to start even when you don't want to, because sometimes we just need that outside push to going through it. And then the second one is it gives you a quick result in the short term, because when there's a deadline on the line, you will act faster just to get things done before the deadline. And then the third one, it pushes you through boring or difficult tasks, because not everything that we need to do is fun. So we just do it anyway, just to get a reward or to avoid punishment. That's all.
Hi, my name is NURNAJWA. Entry number S78888. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about the comparison between intrinsic and extrinsic. So the first one, let's look at the core source. Intrinsic actually comes from within the individual for personal satisfaction. Meanwhile, extrinsic comes from outside to earn rewards or avoid punishment. Okay, so next, how do they actually impact our goals? Intrinsic motivation is what sustains long-term effort and deep engagement with whatever you are doing. Meanwhile, extrinsic motivation is fantastic for providing that initial momentum and helps with tedious tasks. Finally, let's consider sustainability. Because intrinsic motivation comes from a place of personal value, it naturally leads to lasting resilience. Meanwhile, extrinsic motivation is incredibly useful for initiating new habits, but it actually carries a risk. It can easily fade away if the external reward or reinforcement stops. Then the next one is real life examples. As you can see here, an extrinsic approach to fitness means exercising purely just to lose weight and just to get praise from people. The focus is entirely on the external outcome. Conversely, an intrinsic approach means continuing to exercise because you genuinely love them. You exercise because you just love it. Okay, the next one is for academic. A student acting on extrinsic motivation is studying hard solely to get straight A's, to win a trophy, to get rewards, or just to get praised by the peers or parents and stuff. And meanwhile, for intrinsic, the student will actually spend hours researching on a topic that they found interesting. That's all.
Alright, so now I'm going to conclude our presentation. So from just now that we can know that there are two types of motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic. My friend has defined the meanings, the example, the roles, and they have compared these two motivations. So let me ask you, what is the most effective way to apply these motivations? The most effective way is to combine these two types of motivation. Intrinsic is useful for long term, and extrinsic is useful to jumpstart, to initiate your healthy lifestyle. So for example, when a student want to join a tournament, to initiate themselves to start to exercise to keep maintaining the healthy lifestyle, we use intrinsic. So understanding these both types of motivation will help us to develop and maintain the healthy lifestyle. That's all from us. Any questions?
Okay, they are so confident, they are asking you any questions. You have stakeholder. Should I see hands up? Anybody? Questions for them? Anyone? If you have a company and you want your employees to constantly perform at the best so that your company can continue to be at the top, what kind of motivation can you introduce to the employees for you as an employer? Can you give some reasons why? Which kind of motivation will you introduce to that? Do you get the question? You understand the question? Okay.
Okay. I think for working, to apply in our life, ourselves, we have to apply both intrinsic and extrinsic because if you want to start doing something, you need the extrinsic motivation. While if you want to keep on going on the long term, you need the intrinsic motivation.
So in other words, we need to combine two together.
Yes, we have to combine it.
Do you agree with her? Any
Yes.
different opinion?
No.
Everybody agree?
Yes.
100%. I also agree. Very good. Group 5, are you ready? Hello, group